What's up, everybody? How we doing tonight? Break number 909 BD. This is a case of two cases of Vivid Baseball, Leaf Vivid Baseball, two-case break. We have our hobby boxes, which is 12 boxes. We have our jumbo boxes, which is 8 boxes. We're going to get them all open now and get ready. Let's have some fun. We're going to do this one. We're going to get the hobby jumbos out first. All right, 8 jumbo boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 jumbo boxes. Hobby boxes. All right. There's 3. There's 6. There's 3 and 6 more. We're going to start with the hobby boxes. 2 base, 6 autos per box. Here we go, everybody. Good luck. Let's see how these are this time. Yep, they are. Sweat card. Good luck, everybody. If you do not hit in the break, I apologize. We will send you something in the mail. We will do randoms on any multi-spot. We got 2 base, right, and 8 autos. So our first base card, Carter Johnson. Carter Johnson. That is a 1-of-1. Not sure if all the base are 1-of-1s again in this. It's been a while since I've done this product. Cade Arambide. Cade Arambide. That is a 1-of-1 also, so I believe all the base cards are 1-of-1s. Alright, first auto. That's Cade Arambide. Cade Arambide. Cade Arambide, that's 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. On the Technicolor, that is Brady Ebel. Brady Ebel for the Brady Ebel spot on the laser, 6 out of 7. Bursting with talent, Zaire Hope. Young man for the Dodgers. 3 out of 10. Trey Savage pitched really good in the World Series and playoffs for the Toronto Blue Jays, this young man. If you got the Trey Savage spot, congratulations on the auto. Sebastian Walcott. That is 2 out of 10. We got Charlie Sheen on the auto. Charlie Sheen. That is 10 out of 10 on the Charlie Sheen auto from Major League. And our last card of the first box is a triple auto. That is Franklin Arias, James Tibbs, and Miguel Bleis. Franklin Arias, James Tibbs, and Miguel Bleis, 4 out of 5. That'll be random off at the end of the break. Box number 2. Two base cards. We got Robin Yount. Robin Yount on the memories. 1 of 1. Trey Savage on the lasers. 1 of 1. Bursting with talent on the base card. First auto. Chris Hacopian. Hacopian. It is 4 out of 7. That is AJ Garcia. 6 out of 6. Kellen Lindsey for the Dodgers. That is a 1 out of 6 for the Kellen Lindsey spot. That is James Tibbs. James Tibbs the third in glorious Technicolor. And that is a 10 out of 10. Dexter McClellan. 4 out of 4. No, starting at 6:30. Jeff, or 6:30 my time, 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Some Andrew Painter. Okay, got it. Ryan Sandberg. Rest in peace, Rhino. 1 of 1, Ryan Sandberg. So whoever's got the Ryan Sandberg spot. Yeah, Leaf is amazing. And how about Ben Ogilvy and Cecil Cooper on the double auto? 1 of 1. That is a randomizer. Box number 3. All right, we got Robert Calaz. That is a 1 of 1. And Jean Cabrera. Base card 1 of 1. Zion Rose. 3 out of 6. Yaniel Currit. Yaniel Currit. 3 out of 6. Really? Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I'm going off the 5:30 Pacific time, my friend. I'm in Phoenix, so Wellington Herrera. Wellington Herrera. Four out of 8. Walker Janik. Young man with Houston, I think? No, this is Minnesota. This young man's with Minnesota. 1 out of 2. 1 out of 2. Tyler Bremner. Tyler Bremner. Purple to 7. 4 out of 7, it sure is. Kalen Culpepper. Nice Kalen Culpepper, if he wants to focus on eBay or YouTube. Come on, Kalen. There you go. Kalen Culpepper, 4 out of 5 on the Pure Imagination. And looks like we have another randomizer. That is Franklin Arias and Cooper Pratt. Franklin Arias, Cooper Pratt, 1 out of 8. And again, all these randoms will be done after the break. Box number 4. Box number 4. We got John Gill. John Gill. Noah Schultz on the black cracked ice. It's also a 1-1. Ryan Waldschmidt. Ryan Waldschmidt. That's green. That's probably to 8. 1 out of 8. That's Noah Schultz on the auto now. Noah Schultz on the auto. 1 of 3. Coming soon to a stadium near you. That's Kyson Witherspoon. Kyson Witherspoon. This is a new yeah. This is numbered 2 out of 3. New insert. That's what I was trying to say. That's a new insert. Coming soon, we got Felnin Celestin. We got Felnin Celestin. Summer of 2028. And that is numbered 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8. That is Eduardo Tate. Red, usually to 2. It is 1 out of 2 on the Eduardo Tate. Theo Gillen. Theo Gillen. That's one of your Tampa Bay boys, Draken. Theo Gillen. On the neon, 2 of 2. 2 of 2 on the neon. And we got another randomizer. How about this one, though? Charlie Condon and Robert Calaz. Robert Calaz and Charlie Condon on the double auto, numbered 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. Our 2 base cards, Pure Imagination, that's Alex Hernandez. And as I said, these are all 1-of-1s, all of the base cards. Wellington Herrera. 1-of-1. That's Seth Hernandez. Seth Hernandez. On the Speckles, 2 out of 3. On the Aqua Shimmer, Ryan Sloan, probably to 10. Yep, 6 out of 10. Green. We got a green one. This is Rafael Flores. Rafael Flores, 5 out of 8. 5 out of 8. Purple, we got a gold vinyl. 1-of-1's coming. Moises Chase. Moises Chase, 6 out of 7. And our gold vinyl 1-of-1 is Maverick Rizzi. Maverick Rizzi. Okay, I love that name. 1-of-1 gold vinyl, Maverick Rizzi. Great name for a ball player. Neon of Hagen Smith. Another one of those young White Sox pitchers. 6 out of 8. Hagen Smith spot. And last card of this box. How about Leodalis DeVries? Leo DeVries on the auto, purple. That is 1 out of 7 of the Leo DeVries. Box number 6. All right, our 2 base cards. We got Cade Arambide. Cade Arambide. And Hunter Barco. Hunter Barco. Sorry, 1-of-1. Like every other one. All right, our first auto is Jean Cabrera. Jean Cabrera. Blue, 5 out of 6. Jackson Flora. Jackson Flora, 3 out of 10. Gavin Gallagher. Gavin Gallagher, 2 out of 8. We got red. Ethan Conrad. Ethan on the red ice, 2 out of 2. Ethan Conrad. Dylan Volantis. 8 out of 10. How about another Leo DeVries? White. 1 out of 5. The Leo DeVries spot is muncha bunchin' right now. 2 autos. And our double auto. Oof. Wow, this is going to be a fun one. Frank Thomas and Bo Jackson. Frank Thomas and Bo Jackson. 1 of 1. Wow. That's a huge one. And I don't care how many others we have. That'll be the last one of the break for sure. We're definitely going to do that one last. Box number 7. Yes, that is beautiful indeed. Sorry guys, I saw the bottom of this stack. Holy cow. Somebody gonna be super happy. Griffin Burkholder, if it is who I think it is. Just whoever is who. You guys should anticipate the bottom of this stack. And Caden Buggenpole. Caden Buggenpole. I can't help but to tease. Cam Caminiti. There's a Braves pitcher right there. That young man, Cam Caminiti. Cam. 7 out of 8. It is an evil tease. You are absolutely right. Billy Carlson. Because if it is who I think it is, who I think I saw, that is 3 out of 6 on the Billy Carlson. Somebody's going to be a very happy person. Emmanuel Rodriguez. 4 out of 5. God, I hope it is. I almost want to look again just to make sure. Braden Montgomery on the purple. Braden Montgomery on the bursting with talent purple. 3 out of 7. Franklin Arias. On the green. 8 out of 8. Young man with the Red Sox. I think it is. That's Eric Gagne. Going to the Eric Gagne spot. Pure imagination. 3 out of 3. Eric Gagne. This is in living Technicolor. Yeah, it is. In glorious Technicolor, Ken Griffey Jr. full out signature auto. That is sick. And it's a 1 of 1. There is a little ding on the bottom here corner. Nope, there is not. It was a little piece of fuzz. Ken Griffey Jr., 1 of 1. In glorious Technicolor. That is a sick, sick card. Congrats to whoever has Ken Griffey Jr. in the break. That is amazing. Very, very, very nice. That was box number 7. Box number 8. Box number 8. First up, we got Gavin Gallagher. Gavin Gallagher. 101. And a nice one. Jurrangelo Cinche. Jurrangelo Cinche for the Seattle Mariners pitcher. 1 of 1. Congrats to that spot. Cash Mayfield. Nothing but cash on this purple Cash Mayfield to 7. 6 out of 7. Jose Anderson. Jose Anderson. 3 out of 3. George Wolko. Or Wolkow. Not sure how he pronounces it, but that is 8 out of 10. Echendry Vargas. Echendry Vargas. 6 out of 8. Could have sworn I zoomed you guys in a little bit here. Maybe I bumped it or something. Dasson Hill. Young man is prospecting the Minnesota Twins organization. 3 out of 10. Cade Arambide on the auto, neon auto. 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3. Last card of box number 8. How about coming to a stadium near you in 2026? And he was in Arizona a few months back. Charlie Condon. And that is 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. Get some more top loaders. Get that Ken Griffey Jr. in everybody's view. Alright, our 2 base cards. And this one are Kyson Witherspoon. I think that's his name. Kyson Witherspoon. And that's a 101 because it's a base card. And how about Jason Giambi? Mr. Giambi. And again, 1 of 1. Alright, our first hit of box number 9. That is Ike Irish. Ike Irish. Another great name for a ball player. 8 out of 10. This looks like a red to 2 on the speckle. A red speckle of Carter Johnson. Carter Johnson. 2 out of 2. He's another Tampa Bay Ray, isn't he, Draken? Caden Bodine. Green. I thought so. 2 out of 8. 2 out of 8. Braylon Payne. This kid's a brewer. 6 out of 7. On the blue speckles, we got Blake Burke, another brewer. This goes to the Blake Burke spot, though. 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6. What do we got here? We got some neon? Yes, we do. And somebody asked for Mr. Andrew Painter. Jeff, Andrew Painter on the neon auto. There you go, brother. The Phillies are coming on. That is 2 out of 10 on the Andrew Painter. 2 out of 10. And coming to a stadium near you, Connor Griffin. For the Connor Griffin spot, you're welcome, Jeff. I do everything I can by opening these packs, bud. That is Connor Griffin. He's a Pittsburgh Pirate. Nahayas, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Box number 10. Box number 10. I know you're in Florida, Drake, and how close to Tampa Bay are you? You know, I may have to hit you up for spring training so I can go see my Yankees. And then you can come to Arizona. All right, here's our 2 base cards. We got Cooper Pratt. Cooper Pratt. You're actually in Tampa, Jeff? Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to have to hit you up, too. Philly Springs training seat. Wow, that's awesome, bro. 1 of 1. One of my favorite players right now in the game is Alec Baum. I love that kid. I think he's such a good talent. And he goes out and he gives 100% all the time. Oh, you're an hour and a half on the opposite coast? Okay. Zion Rose, 1 of 1. Kalen Culpepper. There's another Minnesota Twin player. Kalen Culpepper right there on the Aqua. That should be to 10, and it's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. He may be a Yankee next year. You really think the Yankees are going to go after him? I mean, we do need a third baseman, so. Gerangelo Cinchte on the bronze. That should be at the 3. Not a 4. 3 out of 4. One of my first 1 of 1s I ever pulled was a Alec Baum printing plate. Sick card. Oh, that's true. Hagen Smith. Aiden Miller's so good too. Philly's got some great young talent. 1 of 1, Hagen Smith. Josur Gonzalez for the San Francisco Giants. Josur Gonzalez spot, congratulations. That is a 2 out of 8, Josur Gonzalez. That is Caden Bogenpole. Coming to a stadium near you. Caden Bogenpole. That is not a baseball name. I don't want to have to say that name all day long at the stadium. 2 out of 3 on the Caden Bogenpole. I would lose my mind. Pure imagination. There's Cam again. Cam Caminiti. 1 out of 6. And the last card of box 10 is Josue De Paula. Josue De Paula on Inglorious Technicolor. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Box number 11. Box number 11. Our first base card is Seaver King on the neon. Seaver King on the neon. 101. Dexter McClellan Jr. That is Bursting with Talent of 101. Here we go. Robert Calaz. Robert Calaz on the purple, 2 out of 7. I mean, I would definitely take Alec Bohm for the Yankees, absolutely. Ooh, that's a nice one right there. Rintaro Sasaki, and this looks like a black 101. It is Rintaro Sasaki, black 101. Congratulations to that spot. That is a nice hit. Not to mention we have a gold vinyl right behind it. What is this 101? Malcolm Moore. Malcolm Moore. Gold vinyl 1 of 1. That is Bursting with Talent. Keon Johnson. That could be a black cracked ice 1 of 1. It is. Black ice 1 of 1. Joshua Kuroda Grauer. Joshua Kuroda Grauer. That's a purple to 7. 3 out of 7. We got 2 cards left in box 11. In Amazing Technicolor or Glorious Technicolor, Kevin McGonigal. Kevin McGonigal, 5 out of 5. I love all these young players, and I love when they throw in all these veterans too. This product is so sick. I love it. One of my favorites. Ooh, that's a monochrome black. Monochrome black of Travis Bazzana. I think this has got to be a 1 of 1. 1 of 1 Travis Bazzana possible. And it is. That is a sick, sick hit. That is a sick, sick hit. Nice hit for the Travis Bazzana spot. And box number 12. Box number 12. Last box of the hobby box case. Last box. Then we got 8 jumbo boxes. Our jumbo boxes come with 2 base cards, which are probably 1 of 1s, and then 9 autos per box. We got Ike Irish again in Glorious Technicolor. 1 of 1. Ike Irish. And how about this one? For the played for the Dodgers and the Padres back in the day, Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey. 1 of 1. All right. Asbel Gonzalez. Asbel Gonzalez. 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6. Let me scoot these over. On the copper, we got Alejandro Rosario. Alejandro Rosario, 3 out of 4. You know what? I've never noticed an increase in percentage-wise, but definitely you get more cards. The jumbos used to, you know, give you like a Jace Lavolette, like a 6 out of 7 encased card, like a press proof encased card, but doesn't look like it this year. There's Curt Schilling, Mr. Red Sox, literally Red Sox, you know, because he was bleeding, you know, get it, guys? Dad joke? Okay, anyways. Curt Schilling in Technicolor, 2 out of 2. Wah, wah, wah. Jefferson Rojas. Jefferson Rojas. It was a good joke? Okay, cool, thank you. You know, Drake, and just because I like you doesn't mean you have to butter me up. Noah Schultz, 2 out of 7. Have you got your your stuff from last Tuesday's break yet? 2 out of 7. And on the neon, there's another Travis Bazzana. Holy cow. Travis Bazzana spot. Muncha. 3 out of 7 this time. 3 out of 7. That is our hobby boxes. It is now time for our jumbo boxes. The 8 boxes are on the table. I need to grab some more top loaders. Give me a second. All right. I guess I wasn't prepared. I thought I had enough. I had 100 top loaders, and I didn't even count how many were in the break. I put a little note in there for you. That's why I just was wondering. You lost track of how many packages you received? All right, I put a little note in one of the bags I sent you. So, all right, here we go. More top loaders are available and out. Let's go. Okay. When you get it. Like I said, guys, 2 base, 9 autos this box. It's jumbo time. All right, here we go. Two base cards. We got Cade. Isn't this the guy I pulled the first card out of the first case? Cade Arambide, 101 base. And how about Lazaro Montas, young man's with the Seattle Mariners organization. Franklin Arias again on the blue speckles. Blue speckles, that's 3 out of 6. Got a nice one here Jose Canseco on the neon. Jose Canseco, 1/1. 1/1, Jose Canseco. Echendry Vargas. Echendry Vargas. That is 5/10. Thatcher Hurd. Thatcher Hurd on the blue. That should be the 6. 2/6. Green. Ryan Waldschmidt. Ryan Waldschmidt. Should be to 8. 7/8. Ben Hess. This young man is in the Yankees organization. 2/8. Purple. There's another Rentaro Sasaki. If this kid is as good as they say he is when he comes out of college, goes to Stanford right now, so looking forward to seeing him play. 1/7. On the Pure Imagination, there's a third Franklin Arias auto. Franklin Arias, Pure Imagination. That is 6/10. Excuse me, 6/10. Rock Chalowski. He was at UCLA. I heard he transferred. I'm just not sure where. Rock Chalowski, 4/7. And we have another randomizer. Quadruple auto. Colorful quads. Colorful quads. Ben Hess, Rafael Flores, Henry Lelaine, and Thatcher Hurd. All on the auto. 6/10. I love you, Drake, and you're awesome, man. You are awesome, Chad. Appreciate you very much. Box number 2 of the jumbo. Box number 14 in total. Box number 14. Every time you go to the mailbox, this is like getting Christmas presents, right, Chad? Oh my goodness. We have another triple auto on the bottom of this one. Another triple auto. Alright, our two 1/1s base cards. We got Gavin Grohovich. Gavin Grohovich. And how about the big hurt, Frank Thomas? The big hurt in the memories, vivid memories, 1/1. All right, our first card out, auto, Kalen Culpepper. Another Kalen Culpepper hit. This one is 4/10. Dean Moss. Dean Moss. 1/3. Looks like we have gold coming. Dasson Hill. Another Dasson Hill hit to 10. That is 4/10. This is a black copper ice or black ice. I can't tell. Rustin Rigdon. It is a black cracked ice 1/1 of Rustin Rigdon. Next one looks yellow, not gold. I don't know. We'll see. Felnine Celestin. Felnine Celestin. That is a 1/1 gold cracked ice. Justin, we hit a Canseco auto. We haven't hit any Bobby Witt Jr. Mark McGwire, no. Charlie Sheen, we hit an auto. So we hit a Charlie Sheen and a Canseco for you. No Bobby Witt or Mark McGwire yet. 6 boxes to go after this. AJ Garcia. 4 out of 5. Miles Bailey on the purple. How you been, Justin? 2 out of 7. Caden Bogenpole. Caden Bogenpole. 5 out of 8. On the copper, Josue De Paula. Josue De Paula. 1 out of 4. And our triple auto on this one is Braden Montgomery, George Wolkow, and Caleb Bonmer. Nice triple auto, 1 of 1. 1 of 1 triple auto. As it stands right now, we have 7 randoms. We got 6 boxes to go. This is box number 3 of the second case, which is our jumbo 8 box. It is number 15 if you are counting from 1. If you don't know how to count, join the club. That's me too. I lose count all the time. All right. Our base Cam again. Cam Caminiti. 1 of 1 base card. Eduardo Quintero. Eduardo Quintero. 1 of 1. There's coming to a stadium near you, Braden Montgomery, 2027. That is 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8. I lose count all the time, don't I, Draken? Andrew Salas. Andrew Salas. 1 out of 10. Especially when there's more than like 5 boxes. When there's 20 boxes in a blaster. Gary Gilhill. I love this name. It's another one. Another one. 2 out of 4. Man, I always have to double check my boxes whenever I'm doing my blaster breaks. And Tyler Bremner. And what mega breaks? That is 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Purple. Sebastian Walcott. It's another Sebastian Walcott hit to 7. 5 out of 7. We got blue of Gabe Geckel. GG. And that is 4 out of 6. Robert Calaz. I just can't say this guy's name either. Robert Calaz. 5 out of 7. We got a neon of Jurrangelo Cinchte. Jurrangelo Cinchte. 6 out of 10. Another neon and a third auto for the Travis Bazzana spot. Travis Bazzana is eating like he's going to Applebee's. He is eating good in the neighborhood. Travis Bazzana neon 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5. So what is that? That's a 101, a 5, and a 5, I think. And another triple auto, triple exposure. Wow. Travis Bazzana, Charlie Sheen, and Jacob Cozart triple auto. That will be randomed at the end. Can Bazzana get a 4th? All right. That now puts us at what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 randomizers. It's going to take me a few minutes to set them up at the after the break is done, but I'll get them done. All right, this is box number 16. Box number 16 of 20. I'll make another announcement now while I'm getting this stuff out. If you skunk in the break, please do not ask for a refund. We will ship you something in the mail. If you have 10 spots and you hit 1 spot, that is not considered a skunk. You did hit something in the break. If you have 10 spots and you don't hit anything, we take that into consideration when we are doing the skunk packs. So we have another double auto coming at the bottom of this one. We got a base of Cooper Pratt. Cooper Pratt on the base. 1 of 1. Noah Schultz coming to a stadium near you. 1 of 1. Our first auto. That is Josur Gonzalez. Josur Gonzalez. 10 out of 10. Coming to a stadium near you. Cam again. That's a third Cam. Cam Caminetti. That is a 1 of 1 gold. 1 of 1 gold. Bryce McCage. Bryce McCage. 6 out of 10. Maverick Rizzi. Maverick Rizzi. 6 out of 7. That is copper of Yaniel Currit. Yaniel Currit. That is 2 out of 4. Dexter McClellan Jr. Dexter McClellan Jr. on the purple. 4 out of 7. Joshua Kuroda Grauer. Joshua Kuroda Grauer. That is 1 out of 6. On the Pure Imagination, we got Jared Thomas. Another young man in the Colorado organization. 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. That's a gold vinyl 1 of 1 right there. Gold vinyl of Robin Yount. Such a good player Robin Yount was. 1 of 1 Robin Yount. And how about Felnin Celestin and Jurrangelo Cinchte? Both Seattle Mariners players. 3 out of 5. This will be random off to one of those two players. All right. Box number 17. Box number 17. Box number 4 of case 2. The jumbo case 8 box. Our first base card is Jackson Flora. Jackson Flora. Ethan Conrad. Emmanuel Rodriguez. Bursting with talent, blue, 2 out of 6. Blake Burke. Blake Burke. That is 1 out of 4. Jose Anderson. Jose Anderson. 7 out of 8. Wei and Lin. Wei and Lin. Not sure, or is it Lin Wei En? Is it Lin Wei En? 1 out of 10. Coming to a stadium near you, Zaire Hope on the purple shimmer. That is numbered 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7. Gavin Gallagher. Gavin Gallagher. 1 out of 3. Theo Gillen. Theo Gillen. 2 out of 5. Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson. That's 4 out of 4. 4 out of 4. Coming to a stadium near you, green, we have Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin. That one is numbered 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8. And our last card of this box, number 17. There's Connor Griffin on the back-to-back. This one's acetate. Connor Griffin, 8 out of 10 on the acetate. I hate these acetates. They don't slide very well. All right, box number 18. That is Slade Caldwell. Slade Caldwell on the 1/1 green shimmer. Slade Caldwell. And Rock Chalowski. Rock Chalowski, 1/1. First auto, Caden Bogenpole. Caden Bogenpole, 3/7. On the Pure Imagination, we got Billy Carlson. Billy Carlson, 1/8. Gold vinyl, 1/1. There is Brody Brecht. Brody Brecht, another young pitcher in the Rockies organization. That's Liam Doyle. Liam Doyle, 5/6. Xavier Nayans. Xavier Nayans, 10/10. Inglorious Technicolor. That is Cade Arabide. Arabide. That's that guy again. Arabide. Arabide. Not sure. That one is numbered 6/8. 6/8. Jean Cabrera. Jean Cabrera, 1/6. Cooper Pratt on the neon. Cooper Pratt on the neon, 6/6. Pure Imagination Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux, Hall of Fame pitcher on the Pure Imagination, 1/1. Nice hit for the Maddux spot. And coming to a stadium near you, Charlie Condon. Charlie Condon. Two boxes to go. Box number 19. Base cards. There's another one of Cade. Cade Arabide. And bursting with talent, Zaire Hope. Hagen Smith, bursting with talent. Hagen Smith, bursting with talent, 2/3. 2/3. There's Cooper Pratt. Cooper Pratt on the purple, 1/7. 1/7. Carter Johnson. Carter Johnson on the purple, 7/7. Nolan Souza. Nolan Souza, 4 out of 10. Luke Dickerson. Luke Dickerson bursting with talent. That is 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Inglorious Technicolor. Kellen Lindsay. Kellen Lindsay. 3 out of 8. Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson. 6 out of 6. There is number 3 for Rintaro Sasaki. This one is on the Pure Imagination. That is 5 out of 7. 5 out of 7. Looks like we have a black coming in here, which means 1 of 1. If I can pick it up. That is Leo DeVries. Leo DeVries. 1 of 1 black Inglorious Technicolor. And our double auto. This one is Franklin Arias and Cooper Pratt. 5 out of 10. Which I believe gives us 10 right now. 10 randomizers. Last box of the break, box number 20. After the randomizers, we'll do a full recap. We do have an 11th randomizer. 11 randomizers. We have Jet Williams on the Inglorious Technicolor. 1 of 1 base card. And on the Neon, Paul O'Neill. Neon Paul O'Neill. 1 of 1. Alright, first auto, Jurrangelo Cinche. 4 out of 7. How about Jason Giambi? Jason Giambi, 3 out of 6 on the Blue Shimmer. Ike Irish. Ike Irish, 4 out of 7 on the purple. Quentin Young. Quentin Young. That is 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Eduardo Tate coming to a stadium near you. 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8. Andrew Painter for the second time tonight. This is a green speckles. 2 out of 8. 2 out of 8 for Jeff. Bursting with talent, Malcolm Moore. Malcolm Moore. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Trey Morgan. Another young Tampa Bay Ray. Neon. Trey Morgan. 2 out of 7. 2 out of 7. Caden Bogenpole, 3 out of 10 on the acetate. 3 out of 10 on the acetate. And our last dual auto randomizer for the night is going to include James Tibbs and Zaire Hope. James Tibbs and Zaire Hope. And that'll be number 11 on the random. All right, guys. Got 11 randoms. Give me a couple of minutes here. I've got 12 ready to go. I just got to type in the names real quick. So, thanks, Chad. I appreciate it, bud. Alright, guys. I have 2 of the same. Cooper Pratt and Franklin Arias. Okay? So, one is 1 of 8. The other is 5 of 10. So, we're going to do a random. Whoever wins the random gets the 1 to 8. Whoever is second in the random gets the 1 to 10. So, that way it's less randoms to do for us. Sounds good? Alright, let's get that back in there. Alright, here we go, keeping going. Couple more to do. Two more. Last one. All right, I got them all in. right. All right, eBay, you're coming with me. YouTube, we're going to switch you over right now. All right. We should be good to go. A little bit too far in for you, eBay. There we go. All right, here we go. We're going to roll the dice. Needs to be 4 or higher on the dice. We got a 7. 7 on the dice. First one up, James Tibbs and Zaire Hope. 7 times. James Tibbs, Zaire Hope. 1, 2, 3. Didn't take the third. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. Thank you. And 7 times. 7 times. We got James Tibbs spot. James Tibbs on that first one. Second one up. We got Franklin Arias and Cooper Pratt. Franklin Arias and Cooper Pratt. Again, this is the one. If the winner will get the card to 8, the second place gets the card to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. That's going to the Franklin Arias spot. 7 times. Franklin Arias gets the lower numbered card. Next up, Gerangelo, Felnine Celestin and Gerangelo Cinchte. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. That is 7 times on there. Gerangelo Cinchte. Fourth, we got Charlie Condon, and we have Robert Calaz. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 7 times. That is going to Calaz. Robert Calaz. Next up, 2 older players, Ben Ogilvy and Cecil Cooper. Ben Ogilvy and Cecil Cooper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. That's going to the Ben Ogilvy spot. All right, we got Colson Montgomery. Or sorry, I apologize. That's Braden Montgomery, George Wolkow, and Caleb Bonmer. Braden Montgomery, George Wolkow, Caleb Bonmer. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 7 times right there. That is going to the George Wolkow spot. Next up, we got Franklin Arias, James Tibbs, and Miguel Blyce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. That is going to the James Tibbs spot. James Tibbs III. Next up, this is our quad. Ben Hess, Rafael Flores. Ben Hess, Rafael Flores, Henry Lillane, and Thatcher Hurd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 7 times going to the Ben Hess spot. Ben Hess. Next up, one of our last two nice ones. Travis Bazana, Charlie Sheen, Jacob Cozart. 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 times. 7 times going to the Charlie Sheen spot. Charlie Sheen. And our last one, and the best one, besides that, Ken Griffey Jr. This is the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, against Bo Nose Jackson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, then we'll recap. And 7. 7 times. That is going to the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. Alright. Recap of those. Let's go ahead and recap those. YouTube, I'm going to put you back on. There we go. Main camera, YouTube. Here we go. So we're going to recap. James Tibbs and Zaire Hope went to James Tibbs. Franklin Arias and Cooper Pratt went to Franklin Arias. That is, so Franklin Arias gets the 1 to 8. Cooper Pratt gets the 1 to 10. Gerangelo Cinchte, Felnin Celestin went to Gerangelo Cinchte. We had Charlie Condon and Robert Calaz going to the Robert Calaz spot. Ben Ogilvie and Cecil Cooper going to Ben Ogilvie. Braden Montgomery, George Wolkow, and Caleb Bonmer. That's going to George Wolkow. Franklin Arias, James Tibbs, and Miguel Blyce going to James Tibbs. We had Ben Hess, Rafael Flores, Henry Lelane, and Thatcher Hurd going to the Ben Hess spot. Travis Bazana, Charlie Sheen, and Jacob Cozart going to Charlie Sheen. And the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, against Bo Nose Jackson. That goes to the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas. There is that recap of the randoms. Okay. Alright, here we go, guys. Here's all of our 1-of-1 base cards. I will not say the names. Don't ask. Just watch, please. I got them here for you. Here we go. Alright, those were our 1-of-1 base cards. 20 boxes, 2 per box. That was 40 cards, just that quick. Alright, here we go. To 10. Here are our cards to 10. Cade Bougainville, Malcolm Moore, Luke Dickerson, Nolan Souza, Xavier Nayans, Connor Griffin, Wei-En Lin, Bryce McCage, Josur Gonzalez, Gerangelo Cinchte, Andrew Salas, Dasson Hill, Kalen Culpepper, Franklin Arias, Ishendri Vargas. We got Josue De Paula, Kalen Culpepper, Connor Griffin, Andrew Painter, Ike Irish, Dasson Hill, George Wolkow, Dylan Volantis, Jackson Flora. We got Ryan Sloan, James Tibbs, Charlie Sheen, Sebastian Walcott, and Zaire Hope. These are all to 8. We have Andrew Painter, Eduardo Tate, Kellen Lindsay, Cade Arambide, Billy Carlson, Connor Griffin, Jose Anderson, Braden Montgomery, Caden Bogenpole, Ben Hess, Ryan Waldschmidt, Jose Gonzalez, Caden Bodine, Echendry Vargas, Franklin Arias, Cam Caminiti, Gavin Gallagher. We got Hagen Smith, Rafael Flores, Felmin Celestin, Ryan Waldschmidt, Wellington Herrera. These are going to be to 7. To 7. We got Trey Morgan, Ike Irish, Gerangelo Cinchte, Rintaro Sasaki, Carter Johnson, Cooper Pratt, Caden Bogenpole, Zaire Hope, Dexter McClellan, Maverick Rizzi, Robert Kalaz, Sebastian Walcott, Miles Bailey, Rock Chalosky, Rintaro Sasaki, Travis Bazana, Noah Schultz, Jace Lavalette, Joshua Kurtagawa, Robert Kalaz, Braden Payne, Charlie Condon, Cash Mayfield, Braden Montgomery, Leo DeVries, Moises Chase. We got Tyler Bremner, Chris Hackopane, and Brady Evil. To 6, Jason Giambi, Keon Johnson, Cooper Pratt, Jean Cabrera, Liam Doyle, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Jared Thomas, Joshua Kuroda Grauer, Gabe Geckel, Thatcher Hurd, Franklin Arias, Asbel Gonzalez, Cam Caminetti, Blake Burke, Billy Carlson, Jean Cabrera, Yonil Currit, Zion Rose, Kellen Lindsay, AJ Garcia, Trey Savage, and Cade Arabide. To 5, Quentin Young, Theo Gillen, Travis Bazana, AJ Garcia, Kevin McGonigal, Emmanuel Rodriguez, Leo DeVries, Kalen Culpepper. To 4, got Keon Johnson, Blake Burke, Yonel Currit, Gary Gilhill, Josue De Paula, Alejandro Rosario, Gerangelo Cinchte, Cade Arambide, Jose Anderson, Eric Gagne, Dexter McClellan. To 3, Hagen Smith, Gavin Gallagher, Tyler Bremner, Dean Moss, Jefferson Rojas, Cade Bogenpole, Seth Hernandez, Kyson Witherspoon, Noah Schultz. To 2, we have Kurt Schilling, Carter Johnson, Ethan Conrad, Theo Gillen, Eduardo Tate, and Walker Janik. And our 1 of 1s to finish the break, Leo DeVries, Charlie Condon, Greg Maddox, Brody Brecht, Robin Yount, Cam Caminetti, Felmin Celestin, Rustin Rigdon, Jose Canseco, Travis Bazana, Keon Johnson, Malcolm Moore, Rintaro Sasaki, Hagen Smith, Maverick Rizzi, and Ryan Sandberg. Rest in peace. Such a great player he was. But our 1 of 1 of the break goes to Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. on the Inglorious Technicolor. There's your break, my friends. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it hit something. If you didn't, again, we will get something out to you. Have yourself a great night. Hope to see you next time. Peace.